House Nation. House Nation. House Nation. House Nation. House Nation. House Nation.
It might well be. Thank you. It might be a 6-2 something, but not a great number, but there we are. But anyway, we're going with this. Hopefully we'll get slightly more in the second heat, but for the time being, sit back and enjoy the first National Banger contest of the night. It's 15 laps of the raceway. It was non-contact in the lightning rods. It's anything but now. Rolling start, stand by as we hand back to Mr. Starter for race 2. Green flag then first for the night for the National Bangers, and several already visiting the Armco, including that 741 machine. go then, 15 laps of the circuit. Hanja, I think, is in 741, and I apologise now for my pronunciation of that. But he is Dutch and he's in that 741 car. We've already lost several. 204 Charlie King here on the home straight, along with 872 Lee Evans. First blood, I'm afraid, wasn't to him. So picking up an early leader. And it's 134 Scott Hemby that has the leads. 29 Dave Marsh is second. So here's the leader, the front pair. After that, 363 and 288. There's still the temptation to say 363 James Brilling. The Bear Part 1 goes spinning here. Justin Riley in 221, the track star driver. Problems at the scoreboard as well. Must say it's a very, very sticky and tricky circuit tonight. Not had too much rain in the area today, but obviously enough of the wet stuff to cause a slight issue with the surface, making it very, very difficult. Mark Latter is out there in 839, a driver that we know in the stock rods. But well down at the moment. It's 134 then, Scott that leads, passes on the home straight on lap number 5. 29 Dave Marsh is second, one-time regular here. 288 is third, Carl Salter. And then after that, Jason Cunningham 24. 741 and 839, but they are a long, long way back. We've lost several already. In the early stages of this first heat of the night, Dave Marsh is getting a rickshaw ride round the scoreboard bend, one he could do without. 741 has well and truly got rid of one of the Bears over towards the scoreboard end of the raceway. There was no way that he was going to get past 741. He has the misfortune at Arlington of sitting close to the fence, which has not always been a good idea in the past. So here we go then, 134 has the advantage and leads on lap number 7. 29 Dave Marsh is still there in second. Scott has gone a long way clear now. 29 is the second place driver. The third is 288 Carl Salter. So here on the home straight, 833 Buzz wants to buzz back into action. But at the moment, this is Scott Hamby's to lose in 134. Race in Hawley. He's going on his way. 29 looks booked for second and 288 for third. There's a bit of action taking place at the scoreboard end, including our Continental driver. So the leaders go through with 9 laps done. It's 5 next time. 319 Black Flag was the start of that one that's just gone up the home straight with several wheels looking wonky. Really should see a doctor. So through we go then. 134 comes around the turn, then the 5 lap signal is at the ready. 741 is still looking for drivers to play with, if you know what I mean, as they go through. 839 is making up ground hand over fist. I'm afraid 319 is about to get the black flag, Roland Denby, if he gets here, which I don't think he will now. 319, so, and that's the driver that's actually facing the scoreboard at the moment, so I don't think he'll actually get anywhere near it. So 134 then goes through, he's clear. This is the second place driver, 29, the third, 2288. That battle of a second could get hot up. Behind that, 839 Mark Latter, hardly got a scratch on that machine. Meanwhile, 24 gets hooked up by 319. And the nature of bagger racing, you can take nothing for granted. So the leader goes through with 3 laps remaining. 29 is under pressure. 288 still there, but they're about to come up to 741. And what are they going to do to deal with the big machine? Well, they've spun him around and done it very nicely. Whether or not our Dutchman will come back from that remains to be seen. Meanwhile, the leader, Scott, has 2 laps remaining, and Tony's looking round for dangers, and at the moment, they're non-existent. He heads down the far side then. 29 now looks booked for second, as 288 really is struggling. I think he'll do well to last the distance of 15 laps here at the Arlington Raceway. Meanwhile, the final lap board at the ready. Our starter says there's 1 lap remaining as 24 goes. 288 has, I think, bit the dust on the back straight, so we'll be looking for a new third man, which will be 839. But if this was a case of a boxing match, and we did have Ricky Hatton earlier, the referee would have shouted stop the contest a long time ago, because heading round the scoreboard bend for the 15th and final time, coming to take the first banger win of the night, it's Tony from Hawley, Scott Hamby, and 134. The checkered flag is waved at him. He takes the first banger race of the night. Second place, that will go to 29, Dave Marsh, who knows this raceway like the back of his hand. He's second. In third place, anybody's guess, it'll probably be Mark Latter in 839, our stock rod man on a normal night. He takes third, the rest will take back. Congratulations to 741, who probably did about 6 laps, but he did complete the distance. The red flags go out to end the first the Speedworth pace car with flashing lights and all for applause on the lap of honour, and been not a bad year for him either here at the raceway. Here's another win. We'll put him aboard the pace car once he's had his picture taken for the Daily Sport, and once that's done, we'll send him away for your applause on the lap of honour. So well done to he, and your applause will be very much appreciated. Here he is then, second lap of honour of the night, first National Banger winner. Here he is on the LOH. 241, which is Liam Cracknell from Autospeed. It's 917, John Millen. Okay, we are away with the green flag. Got a black flag coming for one, Mr. Starr, which we'll confirm for you in a second. And that was for action before the green flag. So 521 is the one that needs to come out. Ashley Riley. So looking around the raceway, how's the 583 machine doing? Still going fairly well here on the home straight, although I've put the kiss of death on that. And that was quite following in at the end of the back straight. So 521 to come out, black flag for him. 583 rejoins Dan. Be interesting to see who tries to attack that machine. 241 was the one that came off worse of the incident on the scoreboard, Ben. There's a few more joining in. 917 is the leader. 583 being sent about by some, but as ever, he didn't come off worse. So 598 is the leader. 583 still goes on his way. The Undertaker gets spun aside on the back straight. He'll be back. Marker tyres going in all directions under the scoreboard. There's a few more piling in there as well as they go hurtling into the turn at a rapid rate of knots. So 774 is their new leader, who's at the Howsham end of the raceway. 265 is now second. He actually started right at the back. And then everyone else has been out. So 583 is actually third. So plenty of action down at the scoreboard end of the raceway, and I'm sure more to come between now and the end of this 15-lap race, because we're only on lap number 5. 705 is going to have to come out as well, Alex. So 705, which is the one at the Howsham end, 705, with the boot hanging off. And there's a spring right here on the home straight just to keep half an eye on. So keep your eyes on that at the end of the home straight. And that has now come to rest at the end of the home straight, right up against the Armco. So here on the home straight, Dave King about to rejoin. So trying to pick up the leader, it's lap number 6, and once again 774 Tom Grantham, who has got hooked up here on the home straight, but he's still going, just gone past us. 265 is second, right behind him. Another black flag for 264 Mark Welland. I'm not sure what that was for, but black flag. And that was for going on the grass. So rules of the stadium, anyone that touches the grass has to come out. That's rules of the raceway. So the battle for the lead now is hotting up. 774 here on the home straight, and 265. Through they go, the leaders. There's the black flag to Welland in 264. 598 still going, about 10 laps behind. And also the black flag for the one with the boot hanging off on the entrance to the back straight. So the leaders are coming up to lap 583, which could be dangerous. This is the battle for the lead on the home straight then. The yellow and black machine followed by the blue and black. That's first and second place. And they go through this time with 9 laps done. It's 5 next time, Mr. Sada. So 5 laps then for the 774 Tom Grantham car. Can 265 Stuart Foster come and close on in here, and the temp driver, you don't often see temp drivers that win any sort of banger race, but this could be one. The man chasing in 265, the auto speed, Stuart Foster, he is there in second place. Those two are clear. The 521 who may well have actually been also shown a black flag early on. There's a black flag to 705 who finally accepts that. So 521 I think also has been black flagged at the earlier points. It will be that he's not there. So 3 next time for the leader. And again, we're really down in single number finishes here. They really are struggling to get home tonight. 774 then, has he seen off the 265 machine? The gap is about 5 lengths. Make that 6 or 7 on the home straight, because 265 is starting to struggle. So 521 is the other one that's going to be taken out. He's at the Howsham end of the raceway. But at the scoreboard end, this is our leader, 774. 265 is second. It looked a few moments ago as though we may have a battle on for the lead, but I think 774 is seen off as he heads towards the Howsham bend, and we've only got something like 5 still running in a real survival of the fittest night for the National Bangers. There was plenty of action early down to the scoreboard end, and that's taken its toll on the field. So 774 surely can coast home to victory from here. There's only 1 lap left of the Arlington Raceway. He comes up the home straight, so it's Grantham clear. 265 is also really struggling. 583 again, just to show that size does matter, misses. Around the straight, he keeps on going, and not necessarily the quickest pace, but certainly the strongest. He will get a finish, but there's absolutely no doubt about who's going to take the win. It's a temp driver at Arlington, very rare. 774, Tom Grantham, well done to he. Second place is 265, and that's Stuart Foster. He is second. After that, there's only 2 others still going, 598 and 583. Well done to all those that survived. The red flags go out to end the second one of the night for the National Bangers, and a win for... Oh, the testosterone is flying tonight. Here's the man that comes through and takes the win then. As I said, it's very rare to see a race win for a temp driver at Arlington, whether it's in our regular bangers or the national bangers. But well done to Tom, who's got a fair bit of experience, it has to be said. And after that all-in banger race, it will be the turn of the fireworks. Meanwhile, here he is for your applause around the race.
Move on and accelerate, you don't have to be afraid.
Now guess who's back on a brand new track? They got everybody in the club going mad. So everybody...
man breaks out of the scoreboard end and one of the bears is in pieces. Probably best to hibernate, I think is the best idea from there. And they're continuing to go in on turns 3 and 4, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a few more as well. So the rest go on, but not in any great shape, it must be said. And several are a lot shorter than they were when we started the night. I think Phil Hampton's just been well and truly helped, if that's the word, into the scoreboard bend. So on they race. I'm not sure if there's much of a way through down there. So through we go then. The leader is Dave Marsh in 29. Well spotted. There he goes through. So Dave has the advantage. So trying to negotiate a way through that bend. Our continental friend has had an excellent view of the pit gate. Sure he'd rather be in the race than seeing the blue paint on that. But as long as he's okay. So the top runners in this so far, as we said, 29 your leader, 917 is second, and 264 is third, although he's just been spun. So it'll be 340 that takes the next spot, which is Jonesy. So again, I rather fancy we're going to be struggling for double figures to finish this contest. Meanwhile, Dave Marsh is helped around the Howsham bend. 917 takes up the running, although 29 will come straight back at him, but the back marker comes to the new leader's aim, and 29 has gone wrong. Meanwhile, the chain of cars continues to build under the scoreboards. It was just like that in Asda this morning at 9 o'clock. So they go through. Everyone is all okay over there. I'm not sure some of the cars are, but we won't worry too much about that for the time being. We've actually got another 10 laps to go yet. I'm struggling to see if we can get anyone finish this. So then, the leader is 917, John Millen. Here he comes on the home straight. He leads now by a fair old way. Jones is up to second in 340. 869, Mark Almeida is still there in 894. So 264 for the second time tonight to have a black flag. Normally only has one a season, but he's had 2 in 1 here this evening. And I think he's about to get involved in some more action here on the home straight. So we're on lap number 6. And it's 917 that still leads by a long, long way. He's heading down towards the scoreboard bend, the white machine in that Series 1 Jag. Spotted that with my left eye. So the leader goes through. We'll say 5 next time, Mr. Starter. 4917, 340. Jonesy is second. There's more jumping ship on the scoreboard bend. Very wise idea. 133 and 29 beyond that. So the Bears still going all right tonight. 521 is looking for prey. There's the leader then who goes through. I will get those lights on, Mr. Starter, for you. As if by magic they appear. So 340, Jonesy is second. The third place driver is 133, just going through. So here's the leader, just got to be aware of drivers doing various other things. So 917 goes through, so does Jonesy in 340, 363. We may well have a wheel on the raceway here on the home straight, and that is on the edge of the circuit, so just keep an eye on that. So 917 goes through, or does he? He's got the wheel now, and if he leaves that on the raceway, we could be in bother here. So keep your eye on that at the front of the 917, the leader's car. He's got a wheel, which if nothing else will slow him down, because Jonesy is now off after him. That wheel now goes out to the Armco. So it's right out on the Armco, so just keep an eye on that. If you're on the Howsham bend, just in front of the parked up car, keep half an eye on that. Meanwhile, it does mean we're in for a grandstand finish here, because there's 2 laps remaining. 917 is now being chased by 340, and that tyre and wheel has held the leader up. So again, we're down to about 3 or 4 cars still running. So 917 and 340. Here we go then round the, the crowded scoreboard bend. They managed to find a way through. There's only 1 lap to go, and now 917 has got rid of that straight wheel. I think he seems to be going back okay. 340 doesn't sound that healthy, but it's still going. 363 and 29 still are, and so is Mark in 894. But as they head round the scoreboard bend, 2 bends to negotiate, and it's easier said than done down there tonight. But coming through to take the win will be 917, John Millen. He takes the flag. Well done to him. Jonesy was second in 340. Third will go to Dave Marsh if he gets here in 29. He's on the back straight. He's well clear of 363 and also 894. So with that, the red flags will end proceedings because positions won't change and end our second banger race of the night. And if you've got yourself down at the scoreboard end of the race,
and that is John Millen. Sessions come up
to see us, and that's to wish Karen a very happy birthday, and a happy birthday today that comes from all the game up in the bar, and including in particular. Right, okay, stand by.
the motor racing. Right, pit gate is about to go together. We are set to go for the final time in 2009. We'll hand back astonished if we get anywhere near the 15 laps, as several go piling in at the scoreboard end of the raceway. No DD tonight officially, but I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't become almost the unofficial DD. Poor old Stinky, Jason in 24, look at the state of that. I'd be surprised if that goes without a knock or two in the latter stages. So then we'll try and pick you out leaders in all of this, and at the moment it's 264 Mark Welland, who unusually for him tonight has had a double black flagging. There's 24's extra portion. So here's the leader on the home straight, 264, 133 second, and then 839. 24 is jumping clear. Very wise man, I fancy. So he's to the safety of the infield. 288 goes round right. We've got a change of lead. 264 has gone. So here on the home straight, our new leader, the red, white and blue, has the advantage. 133. Carl Day. Mark Almeida is second in 894. Then Mark Latter in 839. And already we're down to about 8 or 9. I'm going to have a little guess with you now. I reckon we'll have about 3 finishers here. That's what my 5p is on. Big money spender, you know. Right, 133 goes through. 894 is second on the back straight. 264 continues. 207 I thought was setting about somebody, but has rejoined the circuit. 288 and 917. In terms of the race, you've got about as much chance as I have. So here we go then, once again with the leader. In 133, it's Carly that leads. The track star driver, 894 Mark Almeida though, is off in pursuit. Mark Latter in 839 really is struggling. He was third, but he's gone, so 363 and 917 and 264 will take those places. So then, as they head down the far side, 133 has the advantage, 894. The gap hasn't really closed. Mark, of course, an 894 who raced mini stocks here many years ago, our formula for the juniors. Went on to race in super stocks, stock cars and various other things, but he does like an occasional flirt with the bangers. And here he goes through in second place, but can he catch Carl in 133? So then they head down the far side. Carly has the advantage. 894 is closing. So they head round the turn. So here we go then, and here's Carl now struggling. He goes through, and it's 3 next time, Mr. Starter, so 3 laps next time for 133, 894. And perhaps just a few moments of hope for 894 fans as 133 look to be struggling. But having said that, he looks to have found his second wind as 894. The lead doesn't really look like closing. They go through 3 laps remaining. 264 is up ahead. But 894 now looks to be struggling himself. 264 though, I thought for a minute was going to put the brakes on. So 133 might have something to think about just for a few moments. He's clear, 894 second. If anything now, 363 is closing on 894 rather than 894 closing on 133. So here we go, the penultimate lap board at the ready, and through goes our leader, 133. The back marking 264 following that. 894 really is struggling now. I think he's about to get a helping hand round the turn from 363. Which very generously 363 does. So the final lap board at the ready, here comes our leader. And it is 133 that has the advantage. The battle for second now is quite literally a battle between 894 and 363. 839 somehow is still in there amongst them. And then after that 917, but they really are absolutely miles off the pace. So round the turn, the man that will take the final race win of the year at the Arlington Raceway is the checkered flag at the ready for 133, Carl Day. Well done to Carl, he takes the flag. Second place will let this battle develop and let these cross the line, because someone's got to get that position. Who's it going to be? 894, 917 and others. Here's the run to the flag. Second place will go to 917, 894, then 363 and 839 and 264 will bring up the places. So with that, the red flags go out to end our national banger action here tonight, and a red flag that brings the curtain down on our season here at the Lap of Honour on his winning lap in just a few seconds' time.
Coming through in second place was 917, and that was John Miller, who's had a good night. He will get the second place trophy. There's tonight, check out line 133. George will come forward to receive the trophy. Right on to Carl, it's Carl Gray in 133. He takes the trophy tonight for the national bangers. The other two places for those that want to take it, 363 was fourth, that was Sam Trim, and fifth was 839, Mark Black. They were the only five that finished. 133, 917, 894, 363 and 839. Here's the top three on there. Come on. We wish you a safe journey home and a very good night. We'll see you soon. And many of you see you at Vauxhall in 2 weeks' time for the big one. For us all, it's a safe journey home.
So far, all in national bangers and fireworks to come in the next few minutes. Before that, time to enjoy tonight's heat from the lightning rods. It's over 20 laps of the course. It's race number 4 as we hand back to Mr. Starter. So we're away, and if they thought it was sticky earlier after the bangers have been out, try handling Arlington now. This is going to take some skill. And if you're just slicking for the first time tonight, just take a look at the drivers out the bend, how much work they're doing to get the cars round this circuit at high speeds. Very, very skilled, and it's certainly not as easy as it looks. So then, very quickly, we all group up into one, and the dozen or so cars that are out there are going to have a good battle here. So 7:30 was not so friendly with 351, and not surprisingly that was picked up, and it will be a black cross for Mike in 7:30. It wasn't exactly discreet from the neutral eye, but anyway, those that matter pick up a black cross. Anyway, here on the home straight then, the battle for the leads. And going through, 272 has the advantage, which is Smith Rayner, the PRI driver. Lots of visitors tonight from other promoters. 445 right round the outside. Young Craig is absolutely on fire. Blue flag 511 and 411 getting hooked up with all that. That's going to hold the pack up here as 445 Brody Jr. gets after. So 411 and 511 hooked out. Now 272 and 445. 272 has got to keep a fair race in line. Blue flag for him, Mr. Starter, as it goes round the scoreboard bend. 368 black cross as well, and Craig is absolutely making this look easy at the moment in 445. 272 not only has lost the lead, he's completely lost his bearings as well here on the home straight. We've also got a black cross for 351 as well, so several drivers being dealt punishments for contact here. The quickest out there is 351, so Craig's still got a race on here in 445. Craig, one of the youngest drivers out there racing in the Formula tonight, but certainly plenty of ability. Blue flag 511, but 351 is closing and closing fast. In behind 503 and 368, blue flag 511, 445 having to go right round the outside. And to be fair, 511 is all over the show. 503 as well, so 445 will be delighted to get past the back marker, which he's now done, as 351's now got that hassle. 368 and 541. Scoils is making good progress. He clips the 368 car, but made no ground out of it. So 445 and 351, a frantic blue flag to 511, Mr. Starter, because he could ruin a good race here as they head down towards the scoreboard bend. So 445, blue flag 511, and then 351, 368. The star men are certainly coming. It's whether or not they can get past 511. That's the problem at the moment. And what is a very sticky circuit. 541 is now putting in the quickest times. The question is, has the bird flown? So we get to lap number 10, the halfway stage, and 445 has built up a useful lead while 511 held up the rest. He goes through. It's about a dozen lengths, but as we saw, 351 is quick in the clear. 541 is even more quicker, and can he find a way past that group and set after this leader? There's still 9 laps to go in his second lightning rod race of the night, and it's young Craig that leads, and he has a decent advantage, but 351 is now after him. So can Spabbins get to Boyd Jr. in behind those? Steve Santry in 368, then Harry Scoils, and after that 503, who comes next, Ben Murray. But as they head down to the scoreboard bend once again, it's lap number 12, and that lead is going to gradually come down. The question is, has 445 got enough in the tank so that the star men beginning to make their presence felt? 445 is certainly no slouch, and he still has a useful lead down the back straight. The laps are beginning to count down, but the lengths between the two are also coming down. 511 blue flag again, Mr. Starter, as 445 goes through. So then, Craig's lead is now down to half a dozen lengths, and there's certainly no doubt that 351 is closing. So they head down towards the pit bend. Time begins to run out, and 445 now is desperately looking for the 5-lap signal, and that will come, Mr. Starter, next time, because they've gone through with 14 done. It's 5 next time, and ever so slowly but surely, that lead is being eroded away by the 351 car. When they come round this time, the lights will shine on the rostrum, and 445 will have 5 laps remaining. 351, don't rule out 368 and 541, who are also slowly getting there. So they hit the Howsham bend again, and 445 still has it, but the gap is definitely closing between him and 351. It's going to go right to the wire here. So as we go towards the home straight again, 4 laps to go, and Craig, who absolutely shot them to bits in the early stages of the race, has now got the pack closing. 351, 368, 541, and who's your money on in the closing stages then? 3 laps plus this, and it's the youngster still leading in 445, based there in Papworth. He comes through, 3 to go. 351 is now hunting him down. Blue flag again, this one here on the home straight. 511, Mr. Starter, he'll keep you in work forever. So they hit the pit bend again, and it's 445. The gap is now 2 lengths, and it's 2 laps remaining. Can 445 hold on? He desperately needs the checker flag, as 351 has gobbled up the lead, and now comes the challenge as they hit the far side. A lap and a half of the Arlington Raceway remains, and 351 has got a lap plus this to do something about 445's lead. Here we go, the final lap board at the ready, and 445 is totally out on his feet as 351 comes in to challenge. He's got rid of that 12-length lead, and now can he get rid of the lead overall? The final lap of Lightning Rod Racing in his second hit of the night, and maybe, just maybe, he's going to hold on, and a gallant effort from the youngster. 445 takes the win. After that, 351, 368 and 541. Beyond that will be 503, 5 cents, and with that, Mr. Starter, the red flags go out to end proceedings on the second Lightning Rod race of the night, and 445, who won the race in the first. Well, rebuilt here tonight. I must say I'm delighted to see him win, because whenever I've seen him race throughout 2009, he's had absolutely no luck whatsoever. But it's certainly a good drive tonight. Took the outside line by storm in the early stages, was coming back to them dramatically in the latter part. But nevertheless, a well-deserved success, and nice to see a change of fortune for him as well. Here he is on the pace car, one of the younger drivers out there tonight. It's 445. Give it up for Craig Boyd. Okay, Lightning Rods join us on the race, so we're just waiting for a couple. So we are away then. Who's your money on tonight's Lightning Rod final? Very difficult to tell. The rest of the lights will gradually join us around the raceway, so just be careful who you're groping. So we continue on our way then, 20 laps of the circuit, and it's 511 who's had a mixed night tonight. Keith Miller, the Norwich driver, but he leads the field here. So again, reduced speeds. Just had the blue flag at the ready, Mr. Starter, for the leader. 411, the Yokohama Tyre Series winner from earlier on, is there in third. Santry is also up with the pace in 368. Here on the home straight, 781 and 351 having fun and games on the home straight, and Santry's gone round off of turn 2. So then it's 511 that has the advantage. We've got a black cross for 351, Jay, so a black cross for 351. We lose 131 here on the home straight. Boxer has gone. Not had a good night, as Jason. So 511 then comes through, and has the lead. 131 rejoins right in front of the leaders. There's the black cross going out to 351. So it's 511 that still has the advantage, but 541 looks very, very dangerous. 272 still there. 368 has gone here on the home straight. 541, a daredevil move up the inside, and is now challenging for the lead, and that was one of the best moves of the night by 541. So they're getting mixed up in behind, but certainly it's going to be hard to stop young Harry winning from here, because the 541 car is now through and away. 511 and then 503. Blue flag 511 again, Mr. Starter, and also for 131. So young Harry leads the charge, and you won't be surprised if you're new to the racing game that through the racing years there's many families that have serious lines of involvement, and Harry and Willie currently racing. Willie Scoyles was the first East Anglian to ever win the National Banger World Final many moons ago, and all goes down as one of the best National Banger drivers there ever was, and his two Scoyles are continuing an excellent trend. 339 black flag, Mr. Starter, so 339 black flag. He's just gone past you with various parts hanging off of the car, I might add. So here we go. 541 has the lead then round the scoreboard bend, and is well clear of 511, 272 and 503. The blue flag again shown to Boxer. It's getting a little bit congested here on the home straight. There's 339 being shown the black flag. They really are getting hooked up there on the way down towards the Howsham Bend. I'll be astonished if they all come out of that in one piece. So then down the far side then, and here around the home straight, 541 is away and gone. It's going to take something special from here. I'm not sure what's happening with 411 and 351 on the back straight. Steve Santry has gone. I think 339 would have seen that time. So it'll be interesting to see if he does put it up on the back straight. Black flag, the things hanging off the back of that car. We've also, Jay's got a black for 411, who's currently heading down the back straight. So 411 is out, and he's actually gone, so you can save your chalk for another day. So we race on. It's the second half, lap 11, and as a contest this looks over. 272 is in vain pursuit of the leader, who's 541 on the home straight, and I think this is a case of how far. 411 is back out now, would you believe? So I'm afraid it's going to be a bit of chalk. Here he is. So he is another one to come under the eyes of our clerk of the course. So then, various feuds that go around the raceway amongst drivers that various people are keeping an eye on. We'll keep our eyes on the battle for the lead, which is non-existent because 541 is an absolute mile clear. 272, then 511, 503 and 445. We'll actually get a clocking of what sort of time they're doing on a lap tonight in a moment, because the leader's gone through with 14 done, Jason's 5 next time. So then 541, then young Harry, the Southern champion, is clear. And a long, long way clear of 272. And then after that, 511 and 503. So I think several drivers crossing themselves off Christmas card list tonight. 131 needs to come off the circuit as well. So it'll be a black flag for him if he rejoins. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I've got a good idea, but we'll see. So it's 541 then that has the advantage. It's a shame really, we're more interested in that because we're not getting a great battle for the lead, which is what we'd really like. But anyway, it's 541 that's clear. And a mile clear, 272 second. The race and the interest I think is in the next group, where 511 is still there in third place. After that is 207, 503 and 445. We're down to the final couple of laps, and well, Scores is away here, 541, an absolute mile clear. I think, dare I say, even I could win from here, and that's saying something. 272 is second, and then the battle is on for third. Forget 131, he's out. 511, 207, 445 and 503. The final lap board at the ready in the final race for Lightning Rods in 2009 at the Arlington Raceway, as the leader goes through and passes us. The final lap is upon us for 541. He won the Southern Championship back here earlier in the season. He's won several races over the course of the summer, and this is going to be another to add to the string. More action here on the home straight as 445 has problems, but in the meanwhile the checkered flag at the ready, and the flag goes out for 541. Harry Scoyles, I think, was about the only one that drove a clean race, but anyway, well done to him. Second will be 272. Beyond that, 511, and we'll take the rest back, Mr. Starter, before more madness takes place. Red flags go out to end the war zone of the Lightning Rod Grand Final. Well, I think, as we said throughout proceedings, there was many a name being crossed off a Christmas card list there, with several feuds breaking out around the circuit. And while they were doing that, this youngster just went further and further clear. The current national points champion and Southern champion, and taking the final tonight in some style. You won't see an easier victory than that. Here he is then, dare I say, the East Anglian aboard the pace car. Here he is for your applause. It's 541, Harry Scoyles. And there we are, a result. It's a win for 208 Jimmy Randall, who takes the checkered flag at our final event here this Wednesday evening. We'll very quickly put him on the pace car. Our thanks to you for being here. Don't like Jimmy may well won the day if he goes into the final time. And there we are, a result. It's a win for 208 Jimmy Randall, who takes the checkered flag.